What to know about Issue 1 in Ohio. The abortion access ballot measure, as polls open on Election Day 2023. Ohio voters are heading to the polls Tuesday to weigh in on a closely watched proposal to establish a constitutional right to abortion, in what will be an early test of whether Democrats can successfully use the issue to mobilize voters in next year's congressional and presidential elections. The ballot measure, known as Issue 1, is the only one involving abortion that will be directly before voters this year, but following the Supreme Court's decision overturning Roe v. Wade roughly 17 months ago. Ohio is one of several states where abortion rights supporters are looking to citizen-driven ballot initiatives to expand reproductive rights after stringent restrictions were allowed to take effect. If voters approve Issue 1 and agree to amend the state constitution to enshrine abortion rights, it would extend the winning streak by pro-abortion rights groups, after they saw success in all 6 states where abortion-related measures were on ballots last year. A daily updates conducted before Election Day found that 57% of Americans believe abortion should be legal in all or most cases, compared to 42% who think it should be illegal. Additionally, 74% of Americans are concerned that pregnant women may be more at risk in states with restrictions on abortion. 60% are worried about hospitals and maternity care centers closing, and 52% are concerned about doctors leaving those states. Issue 1 is a ballot measure that, if approved, would change the Ohio Constitution to include protections for abortion access. According to ballot language, the measure would establish in the state constitution an individual right to one's own reproductive medical treatment, including to make decisions on abortion, contraception, fertility treatment, continuing one's own pregnancy and miscarriage care. Under the measure, the patient's physician is granted the authority to determine on a case-by-case basis whether the fetus is viable. Abortions would be allowed at any stage of pregnancy, if necessary to protect the life or health of the mother. Support from a majority minus 50% plus 1 vote is needed for Issue 1 to pass. If approved by Ohio voters, the amendment will take effect 30 days after the election. Ohio Republicans attempted earlier this year to raise the threshold for approving changes to the state constitution, which would have made doing so more difficult. Under the measure put to voters during a special election held in August, also called Issue 1, any proposed constitutional amendment would have required approval from at least 60% of voters. A supermajority,